Former Gupta-owned Optimum mine workers are set to be back at work. Currently, plans are underway to equip them with skills. Our reporter Siphephile Kunene has more.
We're coming to you from Arnott, a mine that is already owned 50% by workers. And with me here is a trade union that aims to implement the same thing in Optimum mine. And the Optimum mine is a former Gupta-owned mine, and workers have been staying at home for a very long time without any salary. He will explain exactly what the plan is with Optimum mine.
Thank you very much. Our intention as COMEEWU is to ensure that what we have seen here in this operation here, where workers co-own the mine, actually they own 50% of the mine, and there's West Coal that is co-owning with them for skills transfer. What we're looking at is for the Optimum mine, which is just across the road from this mine, to be owned in the similar model. And we believe that this is a model that South Africa needs to adopt, because if you look, for an example, at the Optimum scenario, workers there worked for about 6 months without pay, and when the mine was closed, even though they were retrenched, they never even received packages, which we are then saying as COMEEWU, that money that is owed to workers needs to buy them a stake in that operation, so that they become owners and not be employees of somebody else again, so that it avoids similar things from happening in the future.
Now, how far are you with that process? Has any training done for the miners to be equipped?
In this mine, at this one, Arnott specifically, a lot has happened, and the mine is already ramping up for operation, and we are very pleased to see it. When it comes to Optimum, currently a plan is being published by practitioners, so that they can get the mine back into operation. We are in discussion now with the former workers who have been working in that mine to ensure that whatever plan is going to come out and be implemented in the reopening of Optimum, workers get a stake and they are part of the ownership of that mine.
Where will you get funding for such a mammoth task, or who is funding you already for the workers to come on board and start working as owners of that mine?
The workers that used to work for Optimum are owed by that mine a lot of money. Already that is enough to buy them a huge stake in the ownership of that mine. But we have also been talking to some people in the funding institutions who have promised us to assist, because this is a plight of workers, and it will also work very greatly in terms of broad-based economic empowerment. Because if you look at it, we're looking at hundreds and thousands of workers that will become part of ownership, and not just a few black people owning, but a number of workers will be part of ownership, and this is broad-based at its best.
We understand that you are not doing this in the mining industry only. You are also going into the clothing industry, as well as companies like SABC.
As far as COMEEWU is concerned, South African business needs to be reshaped. The South African economy needs to be rebuilt. And the best way we see to rebuild the economy of the land is for workers to co-own, because they are already in the working space. Wherever they are doing the work, they need to be part of the ownership of that work. Then they will be more empowered, and workers will be more protected, even avoiding a lot of retrenchments where somebody just wakes up in the morning and decide, I'm retrenching 10, 15 or 100 or 1,000 people. If workers co-own, they become partners, and they cannot be just retrenched, because they will be part of a solution in making sure that business in this country survives.
Thank you so much. That was Muzi Khumalo, who is the Secretary-General of COMEEWU. They are looking at doing away with foreign direct investment when it comes to places like mines and other conglomerates like SABC.